Inmarsat operates a series of satellites that provide global coverage around the Earth. Our most recent satellite constellation is the Inmarsat 4 satellites, and these satellites again are positioned in a stationary orbit, and they allow the users of our fleet broadband service the ability to send and receive voice messages, send and receive SMS texts, and be online on the internet at any time, anywhere in the world. So the fleet broadband portfolio includes several different classes of service. The largest antenna and the top class of service is the fleet broadband 500. The antenna is about 500 millimeters, about a half a meter in diameter, and the smallest antenna is 150 millimeters, which is about 12 inches. So based upon the speeds that you might need for your internet access or your email would help you to decide which antenna to take. The larger the antenna, the faster speeds, up to 432 kilobits per second for the fleet broadband 500, and the fleet broadband 150, the smallest of the family, is 150 kilobits per second. Now they all have voice, so you can be online at the same time as you're on a voice call. You can send SMS texts with any one of the services, but for data speeds, you would choose the class of terminal that would determine your maximum speed of usage. If you had many users at the same time, you wanted a fleet broadband 500. If you had 2 or 3 users that would be using it at the same time, you might only need the fleet broadband 150. So it's really up to you. Fleet broadband gives you a choice of different classes for your different needs. For the fleet broadband service portfolio, we bill the customers through our resellers like KVH by the minute or by the megabyte in various packages. So just like you would buy a mobile phone and you would buy into different service packages based upon your needs, you do the same thing with Inmarsat's fleet broadband service. If you are a light user, you might buy a package that doesn't cost you very much per minute, and you use it as you see fit. And if you go over your package, then you would pay incremental charges. If you were a bigger user, you would just buy a bigger package to cover your expected needs for your voyage or your trip, wherever you might be going.
When you think about being out in the middle of the ocean, even if it's just for 5 or 6 hours, if you need internet access, you better have something like this, because you're not going to get it otherwise. You know, somebody like me, I couldn't live without it. I mean, I'd have to go back to work. You can't have that.